And we are live, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Mecca of Banter podcast. I am your host this evening, Bucci Main, and it is great to be here. We've got a phenomenal episode coming your way. We've got four of the fellas here tonight. We're going to start off with some introductions, see how these chaps are doing. I'm going to start with the young kid, the young Yid, the pro clubs, 101 goals in 101 games kid. He's him. Andy Hoover, how we doing, brother?
I wish I could back those stats up, but we all know that that's not the truth. But good. We haven't played in a while. I don't even know what my stats would be. But, yeah, doing great. Great week to be a Spurs fan. I'm just going to throw that out there early. I'm going to have a good one today. I can guarantee you that. So, happy to be here.
Yeah, hanging in the banner, brother. What a trophy.
Put it up there.
Hoove, it's great to see you, bro. And back in that, this is a great episode for me because I don't have to say shit about my club. We didn't have a game this weekend, and we don't play till the 21st. So I get to just kind of sit back and let you guys go at it.
You're a mediator today.
Yeah, you are a mediator today.
I am a peacemaker. I'm a uniter. Okay, that's a bad word. I don't like uniter.
Hey, we got you, bro. We got you. We're always accepting applications.
But let's go over to the United boys. We're going to start with Mr. Connor Sindabri Dobby has a new hairstyle. Look at this
yes,
guy.
Sir.
Sure. We'll go with that. New hairstyle. What's going on, fellas? I'm happy to be here. Good to see the folks. I know you guys are waiting for it. Bielefeld did not play this weekend. First, so no drop points, no gain points. United 2-2 draw. Happy to get it with Hoove. Back and forth game. Also need to let the fans know, sweating out football bets during this episode. So if there's any reactions like the last one, that's why. But let's hop into it, Paul. It's good to see you.
It's good to see you, bro. Last but not least, the other United brother. We've got Henry Wine here in the chat, doing it live. How are we doing, sir?
I am doing well. It's a great week to be a Manchester United fan. We also have a little bit of a break now. Yesterday was a funny day. Manchester United fan, Barcelona fan, Dallas Cowboys fan. I went 0 for 3 in wins yesterday. It was pretty interesting, but excited to chat the Manchester United Tottenham game here live with the lads. Happy to see everyone.
It's great to see you too, brother. And I know this is a footy podcast, but I just want to say something here. I was playing Xbox yesterday till my freaking eyes bled, and Dobes was with me. I literally played for 13 hours yesterday. Okay,
jeez, man, what?
And I'm grinding.
We'll go into that. I played for about 30 minutes.
I'm grinding for that magma camo, bro. And while I was playing with Dobby, right before the Cowboys game started, I said, "Mark my words, Packers are winning."
You did.
And everybody's like, "Oh, you're crazy, bro." I said, "I swear to God, Jordan loves balling. They're going to win." Ask Dope. I called it before the game started.
Whatever.
And then 30 minutes later, we finished our game of Warzone, and he's like, "Butch, look at the score. It was 21-0.
Yeah, it was not good. Yeah,
and
Dallas,
I was like,
you should have told me to bet on it because I didn't hit a bet all weekend.
So. Yeah, it's not good.
I took him with the points, and Butch is like, "Dude, they're going to win the game."
Dude, all I'm saying is it sounds like maybe Belichick's going to the Cowboys. We'll see. We'll see what happens in the offseason. But I can't wait for next regular season. I'll be on my high horse all regular season long. And then I just manage expectations when it gets to the postseason. It's a great time to support the Kansas City Chiefs, just like it is around this time every year. So
people are going to start listening to the first 4 minutes of this and think they clicked on the wrong thing.
Literally on the wrong podcast. Yeah, literally.
Hey, I just wanted to throw it out there that I am about 800,000 XP away from that magma camo. So
you mentioned pro clubs in the intro of this podcast. I've been going back and forth with Akil Watts about pro clubs, and I'm about this close to setting up our team against his team in pro clubs. So Akil, if you're listening, brother, we want the smoke. We want it. We want all of it. We haven't played in 4 months as a team.
Hey, it's like riding a bike.
Ready. Yeah, we're ready. Whenever you want it, brother. Whenever you want it.
Bro, he cannot guard me. Good luck.
Akil can get chipped.
Yeah, Akil, just tell your goalie I will chip his ass. Left foot, right foot, I will chip his ass.
Doesn't
Okay.
pass though. Doesn't pass though.
Running down the sideline, get in the box. Get in the box. All right, here we go. Enough pro clubs talk. We are going to start the episode off with the first game of the weekend. Coincidentally, it is none of our teams, but we have to talk about it for numerous reasons. Newcastle lost to Man City 3-2 in the dying minutes. And the first thing I'm going to say is I hate Newcastle, bruh. Hate them. I think collectively we dislike this team in this club. Okay.
Yeah, sorry for if you're a Newcastle fan listening to this. That's just you.
That's the wrong podcast to listen to.
Yeah.
This is not the right group of lads to listen to if you like the tune. But we don't like Newcastle, and they came out flying. They did. Two really good goals in the first half. Isak's a dog, bro. Can we talk about
he's
this?
awesome.
Can we talk about this man for a second? Alexander Isak. My God.
That finish was electric.
How about the pass from Bruno Guimaraes, man?
Completely blind, dude. That pass was
100%.
ridiculous.
That and then the ability that, like, I know we all rate Kyle Walker so highly, but both of the goals, like Isak took one touch, bang to his right, and buried it.
Well, it's crazy. I was watching this game with Lucas, and on that first goal, genuinely, I don't think you tell the defenders to do anything different. I think that the defense played the play well. I don't think they're in the wrong place whatsoever. You just can't really stop it. And then the second goal, the same way. It's like Gordon's just in the right place, right time. Kyle Walker shows him one way and goes the other way and hits a banger. Like it's kind of crazy. There's how clinical they were in two back-to-back, like quick succession goals. But the Isak goal, man, I mean, just like you said, that one touch to the inside and just placing it, it's hard. It's hard to stop as a defender, as a keeper, but he's still so young, man. Like he is still 24 years old. Like he's only going to get better over the next 5 years.
100%.
He's sick, dude.
He's a dog.
We mentioned it too, but we just don't talk about Bernardo Silva.
Never.
Like, there's just not enough conversation about the guy, and that's maybe because he plays like 7 different positions. Sometimes he doesn't play because City. The first goal he finished was insane.
Yeah.
Like every single one of those goals was ridiculous. Like in their own right, each were just obscene finishes, and Bernardo Silva's was no different. He is so much fun to watch. And then, going into obviously the turning point of the game, he was pulled for Kevin de Bruyne, which I was personally pissed about because I wanted to watch more of Bernardo. But, it kind of shows the levels. KDB is back. Nobody's safe. We're all fucked. That's what I think.
Bro. He's so good.
I sent it afterwards, and like I know I was texting a few people. Some people thought I was joking. Like I genuinely think the league's over by March. But I know you don't want to hear that, but like City is City without Haaland currently. Still, they just gained the best midfielder in the world back. They're getting ready to bring the best goal scorer back. You have Rodri now, who I think he's 50 games unbeaten when he starts. Like the City team is like, you heard, I forget who it was. It was one of the United treble winners who were talking about the fact that like after you win a treble, like the hardest part is getting back up for it. Sometimes it takes a half a season, and we're kind of seeing that it's taken a half a season, but now they're getting back scary. And just the fact that they came back like that, like all the pressure, what's kind of interesting is like, it's not really on City anymore. City's been there and they've done that. Like they have their titles. So now it's like, it's up to Liverpool, it's up to Arsenal, it's up to Villa to challenge. It's like, yes, we're all expecting City, but like at the same time, they've done it. If they don't win the title, it's like, darn, they've won it, 3 of the last 4 years? And now I just think they're going to
bottle job. Yeah.
I think they're going to get to that point now where it's like, Kevin de Bruyne said he didn't even feel like he could play like 40 minutes consistently. He played 20 minutes, scored 2 goals. They won 3-2. Like,
yeah, he's just a game changer, man. And I think we've gotten so accustomed to watching the brilliance of Manchester City, but on Bernardo Silva's goal, we've seen a lot of like back heel flick finishes like that, crossing behind, but most of the time, like you from a technicality standpoint, you watch the guy literally like flick their heel backwards. He literally just like kept his heel stationary and let the ball hit off of it as if it was like a pool ball bouncing off of like the corner of the pool table. Like it was crazy, just the redirection. And then Kevin de Bruyne's goal, man, gave him the hips, showed him to the far post and passed it into the near post. I mean, it's just different gravy. But I think we see the brilliance of this Manchester City team. You look at the back four, all four of them can play interchangeably. Any one of them can play on the left back, the right back, the center back, and do it at an extremely high level. And believe it or not, this like hadn't really occurred to me until this last game. I feel like when you look at that starting lineup, the only player that I feel like consistently stands out like a sore thumb on this team is Kovacic, which is crazy because when he was at Chelsea, I felt like he was like the most technical player at Chelsea. And when he went to, City, we were all like, of course he would go there. Like he's going to be that guy. And he was terrible in that game. Like he was misplacing passes. He was overrunning balls. He was dribbling into pressure. He's just not the same level of those Man City players. So like to the point, Dobes, of like being done by March, like we look at a guy like Kovacic, who we all would have put in like a very high category going to this City team, and he's not up to that level. These guys are just built different, and they're also just going to keep getting better. De Bruyne is going to get to a point where he's aging out, but he is the only one, bro. They're all so young. If they all stay at City, they're going to be dangerous for a long time.
We're and we mentioned it in the group chat, but we're approaching time to have the conversation that KDB might be the best ever midfielder in the Prem.
Maybe, I think he is. Genuinely.
I mean, we can. I don't know stats. I don't have side by sides of him and Gerrard, him and Lampard, him and I can't give you the upfront argument for that right now. But I don't know, how often I've seen those guys, or maybe I did. That's why they were so special, is because they were the ones doing it on their team respectively. Mm-hmm. He's doing it at such a high clip. Like he is consistently carrying the best team in the world. That takes, like, to stand out like that on that team takes a legit unreal amount of skill and talent. And we've seen him do it for forever. So I think we're approaching that conversation, not prepared to have it today by any means, but 2 years, there's going to be, we're going to have court on that.
I think he's the only other midfielder in the history of the league that can even come close to the realm of Gerrard, Scholesy, and Lampard.
Those conversations for sure.
Yeah, I don't think I don't even think David Silva comes into that. You know what I'm saying? And David Silva was a genius. He was a great player in the league, but he's not even close to that, in my opinion.
I'm curious when we hear these guys, like, and I know most of us listen to like the pre and post game, like the Champions League. It's like, I'd be curious because obviously we could debate this on the podcast all we want between like us four. Like, I think the real opinions when I listen to are those of like the Henrys, the guys that get up there that have played with and against like these types of players. And so like, I feel like it'll be interesting because that conversation is going to come. And I feel like that conversation typically comes towards the end of players' careers rather than during, because you have the opportunity to look back. So as he sort of wins his way out, like I'm really curious to hear just like, your Rooney takes, your guys like that who have played with the past era and also been able to watch the current era. Because obviously, like, we can sit here and we can talk about the Gerrard, the Scholes, and like all these. It's like, let's be real. I was 7, 8 years old.
Yeah, for sure.
He was in his prime, and then like he did come back and win a title. But even then, it's like I kind of know Kevin de Bruyne is the best midfielder in the league. But
yeah, from my generation's standout point of view,
Yeah, it is kind of crazy to that point. Go ahead.
No, just one other kid. Who the hell is Oscar Bob?
Yeah, bro.
His name is Oscar Bob.
Bro, that goal was nasty.
Kevin de Bruyne does what Kevin de Bruyne does. And, but the touch and the finish was still electric.
The ball itself set everything up. It wasn't going to happen without Kevin de Bruyne. He had so much left to do. Like, and it had to be the cleanest 3 touches you've ever seen, and it was the cleanest 3 touches I've ever seen. Brings it down onto his left foot, shift right foot, rolled it past. Like that I was sitting on my couch by myself, like, oh shit. He just did that.
Dubravka got me looked like an idiot. Just
Uh-huh.
shuffle. Oh,
Shuffle. Oh, that was disgusting.
Nasty, bro.
20 years old, Norwegian. Norway's on the come up. Can't qualify for a World Cup, but man, they're on the come up.
They've got some young dogs, that's for sure.
100p, brother. No, it was a fun game though. Besides the fact that Anthony Gordon scored, I can't stand that bloke.
fucking Ellen
Quick-
DeGeneres, man. I can't.
One more shout out to the resident Mecca City fan and Jacob Krupp, who apparently missed a classic, slept through the entire thing. So
Amazing.
just quick shout out to my good buddy.
Die Hard City fans, man.
Cruppy.
They just come to expect it.
Cruppy, if you can hear me, mix in a water. Okay, mix in the water. All right, buddy. You'll be able to watch the games. So City 3-2 over Newcastle. City now jumps to second place, 2 points behind Liverpool. Newcastle drops to 10th, 1 point behind Chelsea, or 2 points behind Chelsea.
Do you think they get rid of Eddie Howe?
Nah.
They've
had
a bad injury bug for.
Yeah.
I get that, but at the same time, like you're the wealthiest club in the world. Like you have all of this money, and I know that financial fair play is, bro. Their money is endless. The
They've
backing.
only had 3 transfer windows, and they've had to build out of being a championship team.
Yep. Bro, they
So,
can't spend
what
money right now because of FIFA fair play.
Yeah.
So
what he did with that already, I think, would be an extremely reactionary sacking.
yeah, and they're out of Europe. They're in 10th. I don't know. I think I don't think that it's the craziest shout that if they don't get into top 4 by the end of the season, he might be gone at the end of the year. And like, hey, like, thank you so much for all that you've done. And like, this is a results business. Like, you gotta be there. Got knocked out of Europe, and you're not in the top 4.
Mm-hmm.
I think they lose Dan Ashworth.
I would be a gracious recipient of such a man with such a brain. I'd be gracious.
We'll see. I think it is funny. I don't know if you guys have seen it. You guys, because it goes through United Twitter. After Newcastle, they tweeted when they beat us, and they tweeted, "There's only one United" or something like that. I'm pretty sure their record is like 10 games, like eight losses and 1 tie or something.
Yeah, it's terrible. Only one United. In the top half, I guess.
Still, bro, like, I just want to see Newcastle keep climbing down that table.
Yeah, it'd be great.
Makes me a happy chap, you know. So
it's crazy. I still don't want to play Newcastle.
I don't either.
No,
I don't either.
Especially, St. James. St. James
Yeah.
is a hellscape for me.
It is, bro.
Yeah,
That's
and
a
like
tough place to win.
also we've kind of like talked shit on him because like I hate him as well. But Anthony Gordon's taken his game to the next level this year. Last year he was such a bitch. Like the game was too big for him last year. And after the Euros, man, he has just been on fire this season. He looks like a completely different player. I just hate him so much. He scored that goal, and the way he's like looking into the crowd, I'm like, man, I would hit him with a bottle if I could. It just like it's just like not good. But yeah, also Sven Botman he's just a tank back there. He's unbelievable. He's awesome.
He's a beast.
Love a good center back.
Yes, sir. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Moving on here, we've got the game of the weekend.
Yeah.
Manchester United, Tottenham Hotspur with a 2-2 draw. We played the game at Old Trafford. Lots of shit to talk about here. I get to be just a freaking bystander, and I get to just relax.
Yep.
And we're going to let Hoove have his moment first, since there's one of him and 2 of you.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to let Hoove go first here. And then we've got the great Connor Sindobri spin zone coming up right after that. All right.
Spin zone anything.
I think we may all kind of feel the same about this one.
I was going to say, bro.
First off, a point at Old Trafford in my Spurs fandom is a huge point, just in general, and the lack of results that we've been able to get from United away. You take that and run 100%, 10 out of 10 times. I think, and it's the same for both, obviously. Two of the teams that have the most injuries in the league, we can go up and down that list of people that we're missing. I think if Dejan Kulusevski's on the pitch for Ryan Johnson or playing in the 10 for Oliver Skip, I think Spurs win the game. I think they were just lacking the creativity and a little bit of an engine up front to be creative. But with the two teams that were fielded, I was happy with the performance. And it's the same that we've always seen, that we've seen this year from Spurs. And it's, you're going to have possession. You're going to be open at the back. Those outside corners, Dobes mentioned before the game even started that he thinks Rashford was going to score. He loves a high line. And that was exactly what happened. He got the space behind Pedro Porro on a turnover, early in the first. And that was the result of the two goals, was just a ball behind Pedro Porro to Rashford and two quick breaks out. And, after the first half, I don't think I saw a ton of that. I thought Spurs dominated possession well enough to keep the game away from United, but they also didn't really take it to them. After the first goal of the second half, which, I love Rodrigo Bentancur so much, and I cannot stress that. I think he is so good, and I think he's playing at 60% right now. He technically wasn't supposed to be fit enough for the game, which is basically like half the team, I guess. Everyone had the flu or something. That's why Decky didn't play. To see him finish that goal was awesome. And I also rate Maino, but he got caught sleeping. He was absolutely in no man's land between two players.
On that goal.
On that goal.
I think if that's anybody else but Johnny Evans, like there's at least a foot in there. Like Evans has to do that.
I think that was a terrible defensive play by Evans.
It was not Johnny Evans's finest moment. But I thought the same thing on Højlund's goal too. Like, Romero was in position. That's exactly where I want him to be, and he makes that block 9 times out of 10. He just didn't even get in front of it, and it was a hell of a finish. So, no discredit to that. But two defensive breakdowns, one whipped ball from Pedro Porro and a nice finish from Richie. I thought he had a great game as a lone 9 in a hold-up role with no one creative underneath him. He's got a lot more to him when he doesn't have to do that as much, with Matters or pretty much anyone other than Oliver Skip playing the 10. I think we're going to see Richie be more dynamic, but for what he had to do, I thought he did it well.
Give us the thoughts on the debut, brother.
Timo, I mean, he did everything that we thought that I think he was going to do. Like, I didn't know that he's only played 17 minutes of football in the last 2 months.
Yeah.
That was news to me. I kind of knew that he wasn't playing a ton at Leipzig, but I didn't know he was like coming in cold. So for him to start and get in good positions after training with the team for like 3 days, I was happy with. I thought he did everything he could have done. He's not going to finish that, inside, cut into the right and whip the ball.
In the positions that Werner did, that game's like 5-2.
100%.
Oh, yeah.
I also want to add.
Werner found himself in like really good spots.
Yeah.
The execution and shit just wasn't there.
Hey, Timo got more goal contributions than Anthony, bruh.
Bro, that's saying.
Hold up, man. Hold up.
We at United we measure our wingers' performances on assault charges. So how many assault charges does Werner have?
He's winning, bitch.
How many does he have? 0.
Hey man, Timo got an assist.
Dude, but the thing is though, is like he's going to be great for Spurs. He just is like I would, the second attempt that he had where he found it all the way on the left-hand side, goes in and takes that like left-footed shot across the face of the goal. One of those is going to land in the next month whenever Sonny's out. Like he's going to find that space. But the thing is though, is like think about it. So he had 2 that I can remember really clear-cut chances from just staying high on that left-hand side and being the outlet. Like it wasn't like he did a bunch of intricate stuff. He was just the outlet. And like you said, Sonny, he gets that chance. He's going to bury that. But like Werner's going to get in those spots. He's going to have all of that game time over the next month when Sonny's out. He's going to find those goals, and it's going to be really good for you all. Like I before he played a game, when he like made the move, we all said that he's going to slot seamlessly into Spurs' lineup, and that's exactly what we saw. He just needs to be more clinical. Like Timo's going to Timo. Like we knew it was coming at least once, but I mean,
that first
fit in
shot
like a glove, bro.
That first shot he took, like I laughed so hard in my girlfriend's apartment.
I couldn't open Twitter fast enough. I
was sat there and I was like, he was getting into a good position. I was excited, kind of like, all right, go on, Timo. And he cuts in. I'm like, oh, I'm not ready for this. And he does exactly what I thought he was gonna do.
Yeah,
I howled, bro. That was funny. But I think you're 100% right. There's no reason to me that he's not going to fill that role really well. And with time, obviously, some more clinical finishing will come, I would assume. But I'm not expecting 15 goals out of the guy. I'm hoping he builds the play like he did really well. Like, first off, I'm going to go back to how good Cuti Romero is. He's disgusting. And I think I'm loving him more and more on an offensive side. Like his passing range and ability to pick a pass out is ridiculous. He cuts lines so easily with his direct passing, and that was the reason for the goal. It went straight into Skip. All he had to do was turn. He was in 20 yards of open space, took the line. Timo's making the run. Timo's going in, and Bentancur's just running in as the lone 8 behind. Like, it was a really, really beautifully constructed goal, and it was 4 passes.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm excited for his direct nature to give us that. But dude, Cuti Romero, he can ping a ball. I'm telling you.
I picked up Romero on Football Manager 24. He's been a hell of a signing for Manchester United in the year 2025. He's been great.
I think, to me, when you look at this game, like from a Tottenham perspective, I think the two keys are you have to compliment the wing backs.
Yep.
Because Pedro Porro up and down, Destiny Udogie, who Garnacho did a little bit here and there. Same thing with Rashford. Rashford actually had one of his better games, but like other than the counter, which it's a lot difficult for wing backs to deal with as it is, just with the high line they play. Like Udogie and Porro were fantastic. Like other than that, from a Tottenham perspective, I texted this during the game. I think the only time that I was like really, really nervous that Tottenham was going to score was corners. Like Pedro Porro, every single time that he whips that ball in, like we've seen how many times. I don't know, this is to be debated if Onana should get that or if he shouldn't get that, but like it's not even just the fact that they scored. It's like we've seen the corner be an issue with like goalkeepers, not just Onana, with fucking De Gea. So I'm just sick of seeing it. It's like every team in the world is going to have a player that can whip the fucking ball in and put it somewhere. It's going to be dangerous. It's like, I personally think he should have came out and punched that. Regardless, it's a fantastic finish by Richie. I mean, you have to give credit to Tottenham for capitalizing on 2 chances. I actually didn't. I texted you guys. I didn't see the second goal live. I was literally taking a shit. Heard it downstairs. But I think the most frustrating part that comes from watching United is what we found this year is, like, we score early, great break on the counter, fantastic ball from Bruno over the top. Rashford does his little thing, kind of bounces around. Højlund takes his chance, strikers finish, goal. And it's like what we've seen from United is we have these mental lapses where it's like, whether it be from halftime or whether it be right after we score, for whatever reason it is, we just fucking switch off. It's like we can't hold the lead for more than 20, 30 minutes and like close out a game. It's like we're going into halftime up a goal, and it's like instantly, like as quick as I could take a shit, we're already down. It's already tied 2-2. And it's like we have these mental lapses to where it's like, that's the frustration to me. And I think the biggest concern coming out of this game is the same thing that I've had all season. It's you never know what you're going to get and who you're going to get it from. It's like you never know what you're going to get from Rashford. You never know what Bruno Fernandes you're going to get. You never know what Garnacho you're going to get. I guess Garnacho is probably the most consistent, but it's like this team doesn't necessarily have an identity, and it's because we have so many different players that are different. It's like you can't play the same style when you have a Johnny Evans as when you play with Alicia. It's like Leach comes in the 63rd minute, and all of a sudden our line is posted at half field.
Yep.
It's like our line is at half field starting defensively. Johnny Evans is in the game. Our line is starting 10 yards outside of our own 18. It's like, so there's two different ways we're trying to play. And then you have an Erickson who's in the game who ghosted. I don't remember a single thing.
Ghosted.
I don't remember a single thing that he did from the entire game. He's a possession-based player that likes to get the ball, keep the ball, pass the ball. And then you sub him out for McTominay, who can barely hit a 5-yard pass. Yeah. It's like, so we have all of this, like, there's no cohesion in what we're trying to do. And it's like, you've seen the Ten Hag Ajax teams who, in his time at Ajax, scored over 530 goals, defensively were sound, played this keep the ball, pass the ball, tiki-taka type football. And it's like, I don't know what we're trying to do. It's like, I wasn't necessarily nervous when Tottenham had a lot of possession, but then when we got the ball, like, we shit ourselves half the time. It's like we had center backs that are passing the ball directly to the other team. We're passing the ball out of bounds. It's like, that's the frustration. It's like, we scored and we're in the game because of two good moments of brilliance. It's like Højlund, 2-touch, bang. Like Rashford finally stepped up, scored a goal that he should score. But the main concern is like, and this isn't the shit on Tottenham, but like, I think with our squad that we had, like, we should have beat that Tottenham team at home. Not that we should have outpossessed them, but we should have had more possession than we did during that game. I texted something that was, they had over 290 more passes than we did at home.
Yeah, it's bad.
Like, at Old Trafford. Like, that's concerning to me. And it's, you know, I don't necessarily know if it's Ten Hag or if it's the players that we have and they just can't fucking do it. But the concern to me is that, like, we don't play for 2 weeks. When we play Wolves in 2 weeks, I don't know what we're going to try to do. Are we going to try to keep the ball? Are we going to sit here? Are we going to try to counter? I don't know what the fuck to expect. And I think that, to me, is more concerning than any other thing we have, is that we don't have players from top to bottom that can all play in the same type of team. This is why we'd never have a fucking clue what to expect.
Here's my argument with that, and this is why it is on Ten Hag, because neither do Spurs. Like, they just went through this ridiculous period of time with Ben Davies and Emerson Royale playing center backs, but you knew how they were going to play. They had, and he's mentioned it in post-game conferences, like, they had players out of position playing roles that they don't normally play, and that identity is still there 100%. You know what you're going to get, whether that's Wolves, whether that's Everton, whether that's United away.
Let me ask you a question. Did Ange want Van de Ven?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, bro.
Oh, yeah, he did, right? Because he fits his style. Did Ten Hag want Johnny Evans?
Did Ten Hag want Eric Dyer?
No.
Or not Ten Hag. Fuck no. No one wants Eric Dyer. Sorry.
That's why he got rid of him.
Ange didn't want him either. Well, yeah. He's been here for years, though.
But that's the difference in what you're dealing with. It's like the players that, like, you brought in Timo Werner because Timo Werner can fit in the specific style that you all are trying to play. Timo Werner can hit on the counter. He'll do a job, which is exactly what's asked of a left winger. Ten Hag wanted to sell McTominay for $35 million in the summer because the board and the people that fucking are, part of my language, are idiots and don't sell him. It's like he's stuck with, instead of taking Eriksson out, he's got to put in Scott McTominay, who can't keep the ball because he doesn't have another option. So it's like, how do you want to play a high line and keep possession when in reality you're playing a 35-year-old Johnny Evans as a center back who you want to keep possession with Onana, you want to play that way, but how are you supposed to do it? It's like
at some point, no, I think you're right. I don't think either team, Tottenham or United, have the fit, like, players that they've got top to bottom that they want in their system to the where Ange is like, yep, this is who I want every week. This is who I want to play. And you guys are the same way. But it's been such a long time since you've had anything remotely close to being like, yep, this is how I know that we want to play. There's been no cohesion at all.
5 months last year when we went on a 30-game unbeaten streak at home, but we were fully. So we don't have top.
It just shouldn't fall off like that far. It shouldn't fall off that far.
You're 100% right. But the difference is Tottenham is in a 10 times better place right now than Manchester United is from top to bottom roster. Top to bottom roster wise, Tottenham is in so much of a better place than we are. Even going out and getting Radu, like, that's a guy that can fill in and knows how to play a position. It's like, that's where our issue is right now. It's like, based off of the personnel that is available, we have to sort of switch and play what we want to play. And I also think one of the biggest concerning things to me, and it's like Henry said it, everything that we create runs through Bruno. Mm-hmm. But the one thing that Bruno struggles with is that in games against Tottenham, where Tottenham have 62% possession, they're keeping the ball, they're pinging the ball. The ball gets played into Bruno Fernandes. Rashford might be in, but some point you have to put your foot on the ball and say, let's try to take a hold of the game ourselves.
Yeah.
And I think that's where there's no cohesion between, it's like Bruno wants to play one way right now. Ten Hag potentially wants to keep the ball, or maybe he's letting Tottenham keep the ball. But that's the thing is with United, I watch us come out and I don't know the tactics. People are saying that Ten Hag got it right on Saturday. It's like, maybe he did because we tied the game, but like we had no identity. Yeah. And so that's my main concern is it's like literally Ten Hag's job is resting on Lisandro Martinez, Casemiro, and Mason Mount instantly being able to come in this team and win some games. Like that's what his job is. That's what his job is revolving on. Because right now with what we're playing in McTominay and even in Eriksen will murder it against a Nottingham Forest or a Sheffield United, or when he can keep the ball and pass the ball. But it's like when these guys get back, if this continues, like there's no saving him. As much as I don't want him to go, but if Casemiro's healthy and Leach is healthy, Mount's healthy, and all of a sudden we got our guys back and this still continues, there's no saving his ass.
Yeah, true.
I think the commentary at the end, I listened to all the interviews and, everything that they said at the end, and Graham, whoever that guy is, and was it Peter Drury on the call?
Yeah.
Yeah. They pointed out that, and it probably fits into how you said that there's no idea and everyone wants to do something different, but your guys' press was labored. It was like all the dirty work that you had to do to cover the spaces and recover the ball was not cohesive, it wasn't quick enough. There were moments where it looked good. Spurs played through it. There were moments that Spurs Cuti Romero just held the ball in the center line for a second, waited for some movement on the outside, and had 30 seconds to make a pass. Like there was never like a pick your moment to move and pick your moment to press the ball, or, start with Rashford and swing everyone else up. It was like Højlund's going, shit, Rashford's following.
The first press is always solid. To me, it's the fact when you play a Christian Eriksen, it's like Bruno will just go because that's just him. He's an athlete. He has a good work rate. He'll just go. But it's that second and third line to where it's like you'll see Romero just play a ball through two lines. And it's because Eriksen just doesn't have the athletic ability to like push up and get in the right spot at the right time. It's like you play Eriksen against a guy like Romero or Van de Ven who can play those, like who can pick those passes between two lines. It's like you're going to get picked apart. McTominay is the same way. It's like he is athletic, but at the same time, he sometimes looks like he's running out like a chick with his head cut off. He's just running to run because he thinks he needs to run hard and do things rather than having a purpose. And I think that's why we miss a Casemiro so much, because it's not just that, but it's the experience to know that like when he should go and when he should not go. But that's kind of what we're missing. And it's like, and then Mainu half the time gets caught in sort of these 2v1s, 3v1s because it's Eriksen and Bruno pushed up too high. And you're leaving an 18-year-old to sit there and defend a back foot. It's like there's no balance in the way that we're doing anything. So the press is a great point, Hoover.
Yeah, and I think United isn't the only team in the entire world that has someone like Christian Eriksen. Like I think, the first person that came to mind was like Real Madrid having Toni Kroos. Like he can't cover the ground that, Tchouameni can or Camavinga can or anything like that. The difference is everyone else on the team makes up for that. And when you look at Manchester United, I think your call out of, we're relying on 3 healthy players to save Ten Hag's job is true. Your job as a coach is to get the best out of your players and get the strategy right. And that's, who, to your point, I get that. Like, the fact that it's January and we can't identify how Manchester United are going to play. We said this exact same thing about Potter's Chelsea last year, that like, you don't know what you're going to get. And like, we were so critical of Potter, and granted, like Ten Hag's getting like better results than Potter did. So like, we'll throw that out there. But like, I think the big thing that we probably will never know fully is a little bit of what Dobes was saying, of like Ten Hag came out and said, hey, these are the 4 guys that I want out of the club in the summer. at least 4. It could have been more.
Yeah.
And all of them are still here. All of them, all of them are here. So like when you have Eriksen here, and like Ten Hag did bring in Eriksen on free for what it's worth, but he did bring in Eriksen. Like, you have McTominay, who he didn't want, Johnny Evans, who was on a free, which was literally like a last ditch, signing. He had a trial to stay fit.
He didn't sign Evans until the season was already started. Like he was on trial.
Yeah, and like you don't do trials for veteran players. Like you don't do that. You didn't want Maguire, and Maguire's come in and done a job, but like there's all these guys that he didn't want. And so at some point you do have to look at the cohesive unit that is Manchester United and say something's broken. And now with Ineos and Sir Jim, hopefully like by the end of the season, I'd like to see some bit of like a strategy. What's kind of gone under the radar here, and not to like deflect attention from Manchester United, but like Daniel Levy's like doing his job. Like, he's actually making signings for Tottenham, and we still can't stand the guy. But I mean, you look at this transfer window, or the last 2 transfer windows, let's say summer and January, and you're like kind of smashed it. You look at the signings that you all brought in, that's unbelievable. That's unreal. We can't say the same thing. And we've spent a lot of money. So like fair play there, but it's been not the people that Ten Hag has wanted. It's been like a completely disjointed process. And so my hope is that like, let's say March comes around and like Ten Hag's still in the job, and Sir Jim and Ineos have done what they've needed to do from like an audit standpoint, and they kind of start making a plan for what what the summer's going to look like. And where I am right now is like, I look at that squad, and there's like probably 3 guys on that squad, 4 guys that to me are untouchable. Like they're not going anywhere. They're staying here. Everyone else on that squad, I'm like, we could be without him. Because I just have this feeling that like the players kind of dictate how results go, the press not being cohesive. Like I feel like some players literally turn up and are just like, yeah, don't really feel it today, so I'm not going to put in that effort. That would never fly at a Real Madrid. It would never fly at City. But it's flying at Manchester United. It's super frustrating to watch. So I'm hopeful that throughout the rest of the season, we can get some good results with these 3 guys coming back. But I want to see some really big overhauled change in the summer. And I know that that's a huge ask from Manchester United, and still having a Glazer-backed Manchester United. But I look at that lineup that we put out, and there's glaring holes in it. Guys that just don't need to be on the field. And not saying that like a midfield of Skip, Højbjerg, and Bentancur is like better. I get that, but like,
yeah, miss me.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but like there's just like there's holes everywhere, bro. And so I kind of am like somewhere in the middle of Dobes and Hoover on this, of like at some point, like I'm not Ten Hag out at all. I still think he's the right guy for the job, but like I just wish I could have like one itty bitty glimpse behind the curtain of like what the fuck is going on in the changing room, on the tactic sheets, where like guys just aren't doing their shit. Like I cannot wrap my head around it. It doesn't make any sense.
What's crazy is he was a win against Tottenham yesterday from having the highest win percentage of any Manchester United manager ever.
Yeah.
Like that's insane. I think the last point that I have to say it's a little interesting is, I don't know if you guys caught this. It went on throughout the entire game. The Manchester United fans kept sitting there chanting, Mason Greenwood, he's one of our own. So
really?
Yeah, throughout the entire game. So I don't know what that means, but
dang, I didn't hear that at all.
Yeah,
so I was listening at work.
Wild.
I mean,
I
was balling in Spain.
Yeah,
pretty much only heard Spurs fans for the entire game.
December La Liga Player of the Month.
Yeah, ain't no thing.
I only heard Spurs fans. I didn't hear any other chants, but maybe that was just me. Who knows?
What selective hearing?
Yeah, were you listening to the right channel there?
Pretty quiet in there. Pretty quiet.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was a great analysis from the boys on that match. A couple of rants here and there. We love it. A little bit of banter. Before we move on here to the main segment of the night, which is going to take up a good chunk of time, and we are excited for it. Quick shout out to Vinny, who scored a hat trick. Real Madrid with a El Clasico win over Barcelona in the Super Cup final, 4-1. Vinny had a first half hat trick, followed by a mauling in Saudi Arabia from Real Madrid. That was a mauling. I don't know what's going on with Xavi's Barcelona, but they look like a shadow of themselves. I mean, compared to a year ago.
Really quickly, Barcelona, with first off with Lewandowski, scored a banger of a goal. He did score a goal. Yeah. He's been atrocious all year. He's been really bad. He's been really wasteful. And it's not flowing. Rafinha is getting hurt every time he plays. He hasn't played a full 90 since last year. He's getting hurt every time he plays. Felix has been playing really well, and he actually combines pretty well with Lewandowski. But personally, I think that Lewandowski just needs to kind of like get out of the way of that team so Felix can step into that like false nine.
He's combining well with anyone.
Yeah, he's
that kind of player.
But the thing that I, for the life of me, cannot understand, and if you watched this game, the commentators were beside themselves on this, but Barcelona was playing a high line inside of their own half. Like literally on Vinny's first and second goal, they were trying to play Vinny offsides. If this was the halfway line, they were literally in the offensive half. And so Vinny was just standing on the halfway line behind the defenders. Like it was insane. And then you have guys like Araujo, who I love. I think he's one of the most underrated center backs in the world. He's playing two positions because he has Jules Koundé next to him that can't fucking hit water if he falls out of a boat. Like the guy is such a liability, but they don't have any other right back. Like they don't have anyone else that can do that. And so like Araujo has to go play right back and center back, and he's just overplaying. And so comparatively to last year, these guys are just underperforming completely, and they don't have Busquets cleaning things up. They don't have Jordi Alba's leadership. Like they don't have kind of that like leadership group. Because you watch the game and like Frankie still balls, Felix still balls, but like other than that, you don't really have these guys who are like doing really well. Ter Stegen's been hurt for a while, so they're relying on a backup keeper. He could have done better on one of Vinny's goals. He could have charged out, but like Barcelona is also going through an identity crisis, and they have $0 to do anything. So all the talk.
Less
all
than
the talk
United
is like, all the talk is like, is Xavi going to get fired? And the answer is no, because they can't afford to fire him. Similarly with Ten Hag, like they also can't afford to fire him. But like, yeah, Real Madrid is great, and we know that they've been playing well all season. They're awesome, but Barcelona has been hard to watch this year. They've been really hard to watch, and Lewandowski is geared up, primed and ready for the MLS. He'll be probably LA Galaxy next year. Whatever the fuck.
100%.
Barca, you said it, Hen. Barca missed that experience 6 to protect.
Yeah.
And I love Gundo and I love Frankie, obviously, but like they're both not the same type of player that Busquets was, being able to do that role in front of that back four. So yeah, you see those struggles. I enjoy watching Real Madrid. That team is just not as deep as City, I'd say, but like the fact that you can bring like a Toni Kroos off the bench and like you have Modric and you have Tchouaméni and you have Bellingham, it's just so fun to watch.
They genuinely like they have some of my favorite players in the world in each position, 100%. Like on their team. Like I watched that, World Cup Netflix docs, and like I forgot how much I love Tchouaméni. And even though he like missed his pen in the final, I'm like, guy's a dog. He's so awesome, and he's also so young. Camavinga's awesome. I've loved Toni Kroos my whole career, and we haven't even talked about Bellingham. But like, yeah, those guys, it's just they're such a great team to watch. I think Rudiger is still such a bitch. Like every time I watch him, dude. But
he like picked up where Ramos left off.
Totally.
He does that. Like you don't want to fuck with Real Madrid because it's coming for your neck.
Yeah, they're great. They're a great team. But Barcelona, RIP, bro. Shout out Dylan Lee. I know that he wants to hear about Barcelona more on the pod, but brother, if they keep playing like that, we're not going to be able to talk too much about it.
That's facts, bro.
And that's facts, bro.
Well, big win for Real Madrid. Congratulations to them. Now it's time for the big finale, baby.
Here we go, baby.
The next 20 plus minutes are going to be gold to your eardrums, people, because we're coming to you with the first ever Mecca of Banter sauce list. Now, if you are not familiar with the term sauce, if you were not a footballer in your days of living, okay, if you got the sauce, that means you're him. Okay, you got the sauce, and this is how it's going to go. Okay, we're going to have 9 different positions. Every single one of us has to pick one player. We have 9 positions. 9.
What about the other 2?
We have 9.
We don't need a keeper on this list.
Are you playing AV8? What's the word?
No, we're gonna go 10. We're gonna go 10.
Okay.
Are you just choosing like one center back? Like,
no, because
what are we doing?
center back is gonna be just collective.
Okay.
That's why it's 10. Okay. We're gonna go 10 positions.
You're about turning us German out here with how many times we're saying 9. The fuck?
But this is, hey, listen carefully to the rules of the game, fellas. The sauce list will be determined. We've got 5 tiers. We've got the S tier sauce. We've got A tier, B, C tier, and lastly, you've got the D tier, which is where mustard would go if this was actual sauce. Okay. Now, every round for every position, we all pick one player. The key is they have to have played since we were born. So that's 1997 and onward.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
it can't
fine.
be from the 80s or 90s. 1997.
Fine.
Shout out to Hoover. He's the baby of the group. Okay.
Couldn't tell you one player with sauce in the 80s.
Facts. Maradona.
Maradona. Oh yeah, you're right. I'm drunk.
But
I couldn't tell you one. Let me name 5.
So listen, chat. We're gonna give you 40 players. It's gonna go quick because
I still don't know what's going on,
brother. It's like
every round, we're gonna start with goalkeeper. We all pick one goalie. Except if I say my goalie, I can't vote. You 3 have to vote and place my goalie in whatever tier you guys think he goes in.
Okay. Are you ranking? Like, are you going to write these down?
Yeah, I got them all. I'm going to write them all down, and we're going to make a little spreadsheet. We're going to shout it out at the end of the episode. Okay.
Okay.
So we're going to start with goalkeepers. I'm going to say my first goalkeeper. You guys, I won't say a word. You guys, S tier, A, B, C, or D. Okay, we're going to go rapid fire here, baby.
S.
Gigi Buffon.
S.
Sauce.
What are the tiers?
S tier, A tier, B tier, C, and D.
Are we coming up with the other goalies?
You guys got to rate Gigi Buffon. What tier does he go in?
B, from a sauce perspective. B.
I think he's the sauciest keeper there ever was, but that's not a lot of sauce.
Oh, brother, no, there are keepers that are higher up on this.
Oh, what do you mean? Petr Cech's dumbass helmet?
No,
it's every vote is a numbers thing. So if 2 out of 3 say B, he goes in the B tier.
Okay. Word.
All right, now we're gonna go Hen. You pick your goalie. We'll place him in the sauce tier.
I'll give you my actual goalie, but my fictional goalie that is the bottom of the sauce tier, is Matt Turner. The guy just has none of it. Like, no sauce with the ball, no style off the pitch. Like, yeah, just like I was writing this and I was like, we got to give Matt Turner a shout. If I'm going most sauce, I would say Ederson. And I want to give a rogue shout for those who know to Fabian Barthez. If you know, you know.
Bro, he used to chain smoke darts between halves, bro.
Yeah. And that man will take anyone on with a dribble out of the back. He'll pull scissors in the corner when he's the last man. Barthez was a madman, but I'm going Ederson as my sauce list keeper.
I'm gonna
D.
I would put Ederson in the B tier because that neck tattoo's ugly as shit.
Bro.
B? I'm going lower than what?
I went based on how he plays. Man is saucy.
He does have that nasty passing range.
How he plays and how he looks is kind of an equivalent, and how he carries himself on the pitch.
I'm good with like C.
I'm good with C. He's
Okay,
not Buffon.
damn.
I think Buffon's got the confidence and swagger.
Okay, damn.
C tier. It's okay. It's all opinion based. It's okay. Man. That's how the game works. All right, Dobes, give us a goalie here.
I don't know why this is the first thing that came to my head. Like not that I thought of Sauce. I'm going to Julio Cesar.
Ooh,
Dude, he was a dog.
He was a dog. I mean,
he was.
with some of the best Brazilian teams of all time, had good feet, can make some saves.
He's also massive. He's a huge
He's a
dude.
big boy.
Massive.
I'd go B tier for the kid.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah, go with it.
Inter Milan.
I think B tier is a good shout for Cesar. He was a stud, bro. He was a stud. All right, Hoof, hit us with a goalie.
Just to preface all of this with, I did not prepare as well as I should have for this segment, but
Hugo Lloris.
I will say, no, Hugo, one too many drink driving.
Jesus.
Cases, but I'm going to go with the local lad who was also at one point a generational baller from the Swiss land. My man Roman Berkey's got sauce. I think his distribution, his side fucking volley on a ping 80 yards into Giacchini on the run. He plays with his feet. He'll pick a pass, and he's extremely handsome.
Yeah, he was on my list as well.
He's definitely not Buffon,
S tier.
but
S tier,
Unbiased.
S tier.
Roman Berkey.
Hey, this is hard, bro, because he plays for our club, but
He was also doing it forever at Dortmund.
He was.
He was.
Dude, if we put Ederson C tier, Berkey's got to go C tier or D tier, bro.
Yeah, I'm good with D tier. I'm good with D tier.
I'm good with D. I can handle that.
All right,
man. His distribution was sexy, though.
Goalkeepers are done. Let's go to left back. I'm going to hit you guys with Marcelo.
Dude, he's the only one.
He's got to go, right?
See, I hate this because Butch is just going to say the best one at every position.
Oh, that's not
good. Knock him out for me.
Not true. That's not true.
You said that's not true. That's not true.
I've got a few sleepers in here that are going to blow your mind. No cap.
All right, go ahead. That's fine. I think. Who'd you say again? Marcelo.
He's got to go.
A tier.
Yeah.
You have one that's higher than that?
You.
S tier means you are the dog.
I know. Yeah, say it. I have no idea who you're going to say.
Roberto Carlos.
Oh, I think Marcelo is above him. Dude, I think Marcelo is above him. I think no, bro. Marcelo is the best left back I've ever seen play the game. Ever.
I don't have a ton of experience.
He took souls, bro. He took souls.
Marcelo was disgusting. He was the inverted wing back before that was a thing. Like I know that you can't judge a player on a highlight comp because everyone looks good, but some of his highlight comps
that's
are
kind
just
of what sauce is, though.
Yeah,
but like
that's exactly what it is,
brother.
We're talking taking free kicks for the Brazilian national team as a left back.
Dude, just watch the way that Marcelo just receives a pass. Any of them.
I would be good with putting Marcelo S tier.
Oh, they're so good. They're so good, bro.
So, where's Marcelo first?
What'd you say?
Where's Marcelo going first?
I want him in S, but
I'm good with S tier.
All right, so where does Roberto Carlos
Hoover? You're like, God.
I'm not. I'm beside myself over here.
Is Roberto Carlos an A tier?
Yeah.
Dude, that doesn't even make sense. That doesn't make sense.
He had bro. Roberto Carlos invented the outside the foot free kick, bro.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Yeah, but
nobody was doing that in 2001.
I got screamed at in college for only using the outside of my right foot because of this dude, bro.
See, but this isn't best. You know what I mean? Like, I think Ederson overall is better than Buffon, but Buffon has more sauce. Like, I think that Marcelo and the way that he plays is like has more sauce than Roberto. All respect to the legend Roberto Carlos.
I agree.
What about
Roberto
Phil
Carlos? Got A tier.
Phil Neville.
Wait, you're capping, right? Wait, are you serious? Philly Neville?
No, mine was Roberto Carlos. I'll let you.
Henry, who you going with left back?
Can I just round out if we already have an S and an A? Can I give a bottom of the barrel again? I don't know why all these are like coming to mind. Kyle Hoover.
The dude
Bro,
has no sauce.
If you want clams, bro, call Kyle Hoover blind, bro.
I'm just saying.
I know. I had a class with him.
If
juice, not the sauce.
If we need a man in each category, I'm comfortable with Kyle Hoover being at the bottom.
Kyle Hoover. Oh.
Hey, all respect to Kyle Hebert. If you're gonna be listening to this episode tomorrow, man, mad respect to you.
Yeah, brother, we'll take you anytime. But
juice, man.
He's not Marcelo. I could tell that to his face.
You want my other saucy left back?
Who'd you got?
Yes.
Emerson Royale.
Oh.
Basketball shorts on down past his knees.
Hebert might be above him.
Brother, no.
I've never seen a failed no-look pass attempt from Hoover.
It's so funny, bro.
So what do we?
Hey, we're gonna throw Kyle Hebert in here just because you said it first. We're gonna throw Hebert. We're gonna throw Hebert in the D tier with Berkey. I love the differentiation. Hoove, if you had to pick a left back, who you picking?
Teo Hernandez.
Oh, I forgot about him as an entire player.
Bro, I know he's still young, but right now I would put him B.
Dude, yeah, I agree. The guy's got obscene confidence.
Sure,
like
I'm with that.
He
gets the ball. He's like, who am I taking on, motherfuckers? Let's do it. Like,
yeah, he's a baller.
I really like him. Yeah.
Hen, would you be unanimous on the B tier?
Fine with it.
All right, Teo's a future. I think he's a future potential.
I can't believe that you mentioned Ashley Cole.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh yeah,
facts.
He's a wank.
All right, so we're covered on left back.
We're covered left back. We're gonna go to center.
All right.
Well, cool.
I mean, whenever Butch wants to join us back,
get his reconnection back.
I think the center backs. This is almost good because he's going to start with Virgil.
Yeah,
there's no way he's starting with Virgil.
I think that. Do we just want to do ours while we're waiting?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I mean, Ramos.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Ramos is.
He's the guy. Yeah, I feel like for me, I feel like Ramos might even be S, just like for our generation. The way that he like showed up big in big moments, and then like he also has the swag off the pitch too. Like he's
personality
just that guy.
on.
Yeah, he like the larger than life like persona.
Field general.
Yeah,
he is.
I'm good with S.
He's on the field. On the field, he's got it. Off the field, he's got it. Like,
yeah, he's the guy.
He's the guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys go ahead. I have so many center backs for some reason.
Do you really?
I actually do.
Just rattle them off. Who do you have?
Cannavaro.
Yeah, that's great. That's good.
Yep.
That's really good. Maldini. He's got the swag, bro.
Maldini was another one.
Maldini.
All right. I'll go just because you haven't mentioned it. General John Stones.
Yeah, bro. I got
General John Stones.
Yeah. Yeah.
That guy will pick the ball up and be like, same thing as Taylor. Be like, oh wait, I'm a center mid.
Yeah, he's like, I got it.
Let me just dribble out of this real quick.
Similar reasons. I think Rio Ferdinand's on there, just an absolute baller. And again, the swag is there. He was in those cornrows back in the early 2000s. Like, he had it going on.
I think one we haven't mentioned, Gerard Piqué.
Ooh, yeah, that's a good shout.
Yeah,
I don't mind that.
I don't know what we're doing with all these names that we've just named, but
yeah, I have no idea.
Well, for people not watching YouTube, Butch has been frozen for the last 2 minutes, and we may or may not get him back here. So,
I'll ask a question that kind of goes with center backs. If we're not doing total or waiting for Butch, who would you say now? Like current players, center back, most calls.
It's like, again, how do you define sauce?
Virgil's in there, but I don't want to say Virgil.
The aura. The aura of Virgil.
Thiago Silva 4 years ago was sick.
Yeah, that's a shout.
You know, like Thiago really was.
How do we forget Chiellini?
The roles?
Yeah, Chiellini is up there. For me, I think like players still playing. I know that we just like mentioned him earlier, but Rudiger, like he's a lockdown defender, but he also has like larger than life personality, and like he's such a shit house. Like even just the little things, like like the high knees when he was running and like all of that stuff. He's been doing it the last couple of years. He has a banger in him. He'll score goals. I think like sauce wise, he's up there for me.
Let's just, because Butch is rejoining. Let's see if we can't just decide on the names that we've done since. Who's our S tier?
Maldini or Ramos?
I'm good with Ramos.
For us, Ramos.
He was the original. He was the original. I mean, from our generation, like you knew what you were going to get when he came to play that day.
Totally.
Yeah, I'm good with Ramos.
Yeah.
A tier. I feel like there's a few that can be tossed around for.
I don't think we have to necessarily slot them into like personally, I threw out John Stones, but of the list and guys we have, I'm more trending like B here, C.
Yeah.
I'm with that.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I would throw Maldini in A if he's not going to be S. Like I just think he is like kind of like an OG Rolls Royce. Like he was outrageous. I think he was really good. Do y'all have a lot for right backs? I literally have one person on my right back list. Well, I guess I have two. Not many though. Who have you got wing backs coming to mind?
Not a ton that I've enjoyed watching in the last, couple years. I mean, currently my man Pedro's pretty saucy.
Not bad.
He's really one of the only like Spurs players that came to mind when I was like, all right, if we're going to be looking across the world and into some history, like I the only Spurs player in my mind that has fucking sauce.
Negative sauce is Aaron Wan-Bissaka.
Yeah, negative. I had Jake
too much dirty work
sauce.
Why
Dude, I don't even mean to keep dogging like the City players, but
I was ready to say Tim Parker for the center backs too.
Yeah. I'm going to throw out Danny Alves because Danny Alves, again, similar to the Ramos shout, like for me was like that like generational right back. But I also have Hakimi in the chat. Hakimi over at PSG, saucy right back.
Bucci, give us who your center back pick was, and then we're going to give you who we picked.
Give you ours.
Yeah. Sorry for the disconnection there, but my center back pick, I had Ramos, so I'm guessing you guys already picked him.
Yep.
He was our S
tier. Where did we place our center backs here?
S tier.
Ramos was S.
Yep.
What else?
I think Maldini was A.
Yep.
Maldini, I like it. What else do we have?
Stones
was B.
Stones at B.
Mm-hmm.
Johnny Stones, dog.
General John.
Okay, so those were our center backs. Now we're at right backs, correct? Well, who'd you guys pick for right backs?
We just started.
Oh, fantastic. All right, right where we left off with the right back. Dude, right backs got fucking drip, bro. They got drip and sauce, bro. Bro, when you see a right back with the wrist taped, oh shit. Oh shit.
Who do you have on your list?
Bro, my right, I picked a guy who's just he's like the Chick-fil-A sauce of sauces, bro. João Cancelo.
Ooh.
Slightly overrated.
Dude, some of the stuff he can do stuff that Marcelo did on the ball, bro.
And then not have the product after it, but yes, for sure. Touch.
Yeah, he's playing so well that he's starting on the bench for that disastrous Barcelona team.
He's injured.
Do we go Danny Alves S tier?
Yeah, Danny Alves.
Yes. Lock.
Yeah.
Well, Danny Alves is an S tier sauce for sure. What else?
Who wants to go?
Does this go all the way down to C tier?
It goes down to the D tier where we've got our
D tier
St. Louis City boys.
Gary Neville. No sauce.
I got a question for you. Maybe I was going to say Philip Lahm.
Oh yeah, Lahm, get him up there. Get him up there.
I didn't know if you wanted.
I've got a thing with Germans. Hear me out. I had a couple guys that I had potentially listed, but the more I looked at them, the more German they were, and I've just decided Germans don't have that much sauce. Technical ability, yes. Technical ability out the ass. Sauce. There was not one thing saucy.
There's one German who is on my sauce list that I will fight this till the grave. He was actually my first name on this list.
Dude, Henry, I think you and I have the same one, bro. I'm not gonna spoil it, but I'm telling you that I feel the telepathy right now.
It's coming.
I feel it.
It's coming.
But I'm gonna say Philip Lahm. I'm gonna say Philip Lahm's a C tier sauce.
Sure.
Yeah.
I think he and Gary Neville are about the same level of sauce, but
Neville. we cannot put Philip Lahm in the same thing as Kyle Hebert, bro.
But this isn't ability. This is sauce level.
It's just sauce,
dude. I love the what was it 2006 World Cup with the Philip Lahm sleeves that were like overflowing because he was so small,
too big,
hitting a banger from outside the 18 with his right boot.
Yeah,
memories, bro.
How about C tier for Philip?
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
Sure.
Not a lot of sauce, but like the playing makes up for it. Guy's unbelievable.
Robot Butch. What is? Oh God.
It's just like it's so hard to listen to. It's like,
that right backs, correct?
Yeah, that concludes right backs.
All right, we're gonna slide over to CDM.
Pirlo, bro.
Central defensive midfield.
Andrea Pirlo.
Was he always a 6?
Earlier,
dude, this is gonna hurt my soul.
What?
Yes, bro. He was a 6. I mean, he played a little bit of an 8, but he was like prime Pirlo is CDM, bro.
He was a passer before he was anything else.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
I think he's one of the sauciest to ever do it.
On and off the field.
I agree.
I mean, not only is he the coolest guy ever, but he extended how cool he was via what he could do with his feet. And he did it in slow motion. He was not fast. He was not a huge player, physically dominant. Dude just could pull you on a string.
Bro, I'm gonna vote S tier because
I'm S with that.
The hair to
Pirlo.
beard. Pirlo. It's like chill to pull. If you got 5-5 chill to pull, you're an S tier dude.
Unbelievable. This isn't going to be S, but I want to throw Xabi Alonso in there. When he was playing, he was just class all around.
Damn.
A couple more names I'm going to throw out. Busquets. You couldn't be cooler on the ball than Busquets. He was unbelievable.
Sauce though, kind of a boring guy.
Busquets, yeah.
We all got to pick one, and we have to vote. So, Hen, you can pick next. Which one of those two do you want to go with?
I said Pirlo, brother.
Okay, so Hen went Pirlo. S tier. We voted S tier.
No question.
I'm gonna go. I had Xabi Alonso as well, Henry.
I think he's A. I think he is so cool and was cool on the ball.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Dobes.
I'm good with that.
Would you agree on the A tier vote?
Yes, Robot Butch.
Okay, Xabi Alonso's an A tier. Who's your CDM?
We're going proper CDM. Is what we're doing?
Proper CDM.
Oh fuck.
Dude, that's my this is where the preparation aspect didn't go.
You go Hoover.
All right, so you go. I got one, I think, though.
Keno.
Who?
Roy Keane.
Oh, Keno.
Oh God.
He had the sauce of breaking your fucking femur.
Yeah, I was gonna say a little bit different of a sauce.
This guy's got different sauce.
I think he's like a C or D.
I'd go C.
I would say Keane is like level 8 of the like Hot Ones challenge. Like that's where his sauce level is. It's like he's gonna kill you, but you'll come back for more. You know,
he may survive.
Yeah, we're surviving.
I vote C tier. I vote
C. C.
Can I throw a rogue shout again?
Yes.
Raja Nangalan, remember who used to play for like Roma? Yeah, that's what his name is. Nangalan. Yeah, the little like mohawk with the tattoos everywhere, just hit pissers like every other game. He was unbelievable. Never fit in that Belgium side ever, but he was always like just an unbelievable player. Saucy too. The drip was there.
He was saucy, bro. He had that sick mohawk too.
Yeah.
So he was mentioned previously in the pod, but I did want to bring him up. And now's the time. Camavinga's got sauce, bro.
Yeah, he does.
He does. A saucy little guy.
What tier do we have left?
Well, we can put him we can go anywhere that we vote.
Yeah.
It's anywhere we vote.
I think
he's way cooler than Roy Keane.
He's a B or an A.
I was gonna say he's a B. He hasn't hit Xabi Alonso yet, but B,
you're right, 100%.
Swaggy.
I like B. I like the B tier.
The dreads pouncing, dude. Love that shit. Braids.
Okay. That concludes CDM. We move now to your prototypical box-to-box center mid.
Oh man!
So as we call them eights,
Jordan Henderson.
Wait, are you serious?
No.
Are you saying?
Bro, Jordan Henderson, you know.
Is he on yours?
Hell no, bro.
No, he's not on mine. I was joking.
Negative sauce.
No, I can start because mine. I don't think any of you guys would have thought of. It was kind of out of the blue. But I'm talking prime Tottenham Hotspur Moussa Dembele.
He was on my list, bro.
Don't even get me started about that guy.
Dude, he had extra sauce on the side, bro.
Yeah, he was on
one
my
of those
list.
cats. If he wasn't finishing 7th and 6th at Tottenham in those years and was playing for Barca or something, he would be a lot more conversed
talked about
because he was disgusting.
He was different.
Couldn't get the ball off him.
You guys got to vote.
I'm good with B.
Yeah.
You're A.
Well, I have a big shout for A. I'm going like Juventus early United Pogba.
Yeah,
dude.
He's got to be A tier. He's got to be A tier.
Definitely not current.
Pogba.
Yeah, he might have been blood doping back then. You never know. But
true. Yeah.
Dude, when he was at Juventus and when he was just like pulling outrageous shit, and even when he first got to United, I mean, he was so strong. He was so good.
Pogba's got to be A tier, bro.
Sauce.
Sure.
If we can find a graphic of him in a Juventus jersey for the first time, then yes, for sure.
I have two different ones. If I can say two.
Sure.
First one, Yaya Toure.
Great.
Oh.
Second one, Patrick Vieira.
Great. Was he more of a six? I guess he was a box to box.
Yeah, he was box to box.
Yeah.
Bro, if you go Yaya, I'm going S.
Yeah, cool with that.
I'm going S, dude. He scored 20-something goals in the Prem, bro. In 1 year.
All right, sure.
I mean, he's saucier than Paulie P, bro.
I don't know about that.
I don't know, man.
Sure, we'll put that.
Okay.
We got to fly through these.
Yeah, we got to fly through the forwards. I got 10 minutes, Butchie. 10 minutes.
Oh, we're gonna make it, baby. We're gonna make it.
All game.
We're gonna make it. Does that conclude our CMs, or we got one more?
That's it for me.
I didn't throw one out, but I'm just gonna throw a blind shot and see where it lands. Frankie's
on my list, bro. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
I don't think he's as saucy as Juventus Paul Pogba, and he's certainly not S tier.
B or C?
I'm biased.
We're about to get debate.
I'm biased. I can't weigh in on this.
Who do we have in B right now?
B or C?
I'm gonna go B. B.
All right.
I just love watching the man dribble. I love it.
Hey, Butch, all Rockwood schools are closed tomorrow, bro.
What?
Yeah, I just got the text, dude. I want to tell you
Yeah,
that.
Live on the pod.
Daddy got us snowed. Hey, Daddy got us
live on the
Daddy got us snowed. Daddy got us snowed.
Dude, all your students are gonna be listening to this and being like, "Is this what like getting older is like? You still get excited for snow days?"
Still
Like,
get snow days, bro.
yeah.
Boys, I'm about to grind some Call of Duty after this.
All right. Well, while we're grinding, let's talk through Cam and then the front three.
All right, Cam. Going to the Cam. Hen, I think you and I had the same one, Mesut Ozil.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. Ozil, bro. Absolutely.
He's got to be S tier, bro.
Dude, he was awesome. So saucy. So saucy.
Dude, the no look passes, the freaking flicks, the back heels. I mean,
the only other person that I would throw in this like S category with him is Zidane. I almost put him as my number 8 box to box, but in the Cam position, Zidane is in that S tier for me. Shout out Nick Doherty one time.
Nicky D, legend. Where would we vote Mesut?
I think A.
I think A.
If Zidane's S, he's not Zidane level, man. Stop.
Okay, well, we got to put him A, Hen, because we can't vote. So Mesut, A tier. All right, Dobes, hit me with a Cam, please.
Deep category.
It is.
Deep category.
I'm going to go with, because we've talked about him earlier, I'm going to go with David Silva.
Yeah, good call.
God, he's so fun to watch.
I'll go B category for that.
I would go A tier again.
Oh, really?
I would go B, A or B.
Yeah, I'm in the B list.
Okay, we're going to put him B.
Hey, would you? So I didn't really know what position to put this guy in because he kind of plays everywhere, but he's like a Cam center forward, Memphis Depay. Like, I think he's so saucy on the ball, so confident, and he just has drip out the ass. So, like, Memphis Depay was on my list as well.
I think he's C compared to some of these cats. We just lost Rich again.
I think he's D.
Okay. Well, should we fly through the front three?
Yeah, we can fly.
Let me give you my last attacking midfielder, which I am upset because he will fall completely below the people we've already listed. But Marco Reus.
Ooh, Marco.
A saucy little guy.
Yeah, prime Götze.
2014, Marco Reus was so sick.
He
was nasty.
So sick. But I'm giving him like a C tier, just considering the other guys that have been mentioned in this category.
I would go C.
Let's get this front three.
Yeah,
all right, Marco Reus, C. All right, we're going to start with right wing.
Right.
My pick is Quaresma.
Ooh, good shout.
Quaresma. Bro, the king of the Travella, bro.
The guy invented it.
For me, he's a B just because like he never reached the heights of like, all of that. He was just so fun to watch, but he's a B for me.
Okay. We can go B tier.
Mine is Riyad Mahrez.
Oh.
Just for a couple of years there, man. It's just unplayable.
I think he's a tier higher than Quaresma for sure.
Yeah.
I think he's an A or S tier for me, man. I think Mahrez is so
yeah, Mahrez is awesome.
All right, we got to vote S tier or A tier.
I'm just trying to think if there's anyone else that I would put in that S tier above him. I'm comfortable with like in my lifetime. I mean, I'm surprised you didn't say Salah, but
D tier.
Not sauce.
Bro, I'm gonna smack that muzzy off.
We talking hairlines? What are we talking out here? I can't vote on Mahrez, but that's for me.
What are we doing for him? Oh, we can't vote. You can't vote on him. I'm good with A tier. I don't think he's
A tier.
Yeah, A tier is good for me. All right, Dopes.
You guys ready for this?
Yep.
Arjen Robben.
Ooh. Wicked left foot.
S.
This
Better
one's
than Mahrez?
Say him.
Yeah.
This right wing. Nani. This right wing.
Nani was sick.
Nani was saucy, man.
Bro, Robin's ass. The motherfucker had one move and you still couldn't stop him. That's sauce.
He was awesome.
That's sauce, bro.
All right. I'm gonna go with the original Mahrez, Leroy Sané.
Oh, good. Yeah, he had his best year ever this year. Best year ever.
Yeah.
Currently, I guess.
I liked him a lot more at City, obviously, and I thought he was more dynamic than he was now or is now, but guy was fucking cool.
Yeah, he was cool, bro. I would go B or C.
B. I'd go C. Well, I don't have a vote, but he's not as cool as any of the others.
I go C. I vote C.
Cool.
Lock it.
All right. Real quick, we got two more left wing. I got Ronaldinho. I'm just gonna put him.
Just put him in S. Yeah.
I think there's a few S's here.
Yeah. Mine is a lock for an S2. It's Neymar.
Yeah.
I think mine's gonna be an S. I don't want to steal it from Hoover, but Gareth Bale.
Gareth is the man. I think
Gareth's in there.
Bro, the golfer, like relax, step up on the field, absolute baller. Like,
I don't think he's Dino, and I don't think he's Neymar. So for that reason, I would give it an A tier. But
I just think he's that, like, he's got that, like, kind of nonchalant, like
the aura.
Yeah,
there's an aura for sure.
Yeah, we're talking auras.
Shit. Am I up?
You're up.
Dude, I don't know.
Higgsy?
Oh.
Wow.
Good. I love Sonny. He's not the sauciest guy in the world. Technical.
I don't know though, man. Would you get with who's his sponsor? Is he a Louis or is he
Oh no, he's Burberry, bro.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah. Sonny off the field's got some.
Yeah. Let's just throw Sonny in there of those guys.
Sonny is on my list for what it's worth.
I'll give him B.
Yeah.
He's not Gareth.
Wow. All right, real quick, we got last but not least the striker position. I'm with R9.
Nice. Good one.
S.
Bro, did we not put Messi in this list?
I feel like it's kind of like you leave him and Ronaldo on.
Yeah.
We already know Messi's the sauciest of all. So
who's up? Because we got to fly through.
I'll go Ibrahimovic.
That was mine.
Yeah.
S.
Yes. S.
God.
I'm gonna go with the guy that got me into one of the guys that got me into Spurs. And fellow United lad, Dimitar Berbatov.
Oh.
Who has
maybe
the best touch ever.
S or A for me.
Dude, I go S. Shout out Bogey, bro. I go
Berbatov. S. You can't see it. Berbatov was the first person on this list. Literally the first.
S.
He had a touch like none other.
Mm-hmm. I'm cool with that.
Laziest player I've ever seen.
Stop.
But my God.
Who's that? Am I up?
Yeah.
Fuck. There's so many I want to say, but I think he has to be said. But do I say him?
I wasn't going to say him.
I got to go Henry. Yeah, I have to.
Yeah, I wasn't going to do it.
I got to go Henry.
Yeah.
He's so good.
I wanted to say Rooney, but I want to say Rooney, but like I feel like off the field sauce kind of brings him quite a bit.
All I think about is Rooney and that one picture of him walking through the streets with those like super baggy jeans with all the rest of the United squad in the early 2000s. I'm like, never, bro.
Yes, sir, baby. All right, real quick, we're going to go through real fast. S tier, we had Marcelo, Sergio Ramos, Dani Alves, Pirlo, Yaya Toure, Iron Robin, Ronaldinho, Neymar, Gareth Bale, R9, Ibra, and Berbatov, and Thierry Henry. A tier, Roberto Carlos, Maldini, Xabi Alonso, Paul Pogba, Mesut Ozil, Riyad Mahrez. B tier, Gigi Buffon, Julio Cesar, Theo Hernandez, John Stones, Camavinga. We had Frankie de Jong, David Silva, Quaresma, Stoney, and Moussa Dembele. Emerson, LeBlanc, Roy Keane, Marco Royce, Leroy Sané, and in the D tier, Gary Neville and our two city boys, Roman Berkey and Kyle Hebert.
That's unbelievable.
That is our first ever Mecca Sauce tier list, baby.
Love it.
Not a bad list. We had a bunch of fun on tonight's episode. We appreciate you guys listening. Catch us on our social medias. From all the fellas here, peace and love. Thanks for tuning in.
Cheers, lads.
Yeah.